Woo! We just made it.
Hello.
We were playing traffic games.
I almost had a solo tonight, but
What would you have talked about?
We would never let that happen.
How you stood me up.
How we stood you
Mom,
up.
you didn't give us a welcome to Guilted Into It for
And welcome to Guilted Into It.
thank you.
We are here.
What am I, an orphan?
Oof. Mom, you had to let the bubbles go down.
I
So
know, it's
cheers.
Fine.
It was Memorial Day, so
Was.
to all of our servicemen and women, thank you for your service. It's greatly appreciated at all times. So
Yep. I look like I'm the stage crew in this.
why do we
show.
look so surprised?
You?
Look at my eyes.
Maybe the lid surgery is finally kicking in.
Maybe.
I don't know. What happened?
I don't know.
It-
The weather is terrible.
Yeah, I think the weather.
The weather has not been good.
No.
And it won't be good for the foreseeable
No,
future.
I
I
don't
No,
think.
they're
think so.
talking rain for the next 5 days.
I was hoping to catch a little bit more of a tan before Sarah's wedding.
You
But
don't have that kind of
not-
time.
Not looking good.
You don't have
Yeah,
that kind
Sarah's
of
wedding
time.
would have to be
Next year.
on the surface of the sun. So
Well, now I'm depressed
So why?
because you said they're looking at 5 days.
Well, it is what it is. What are you gonna do?
I have to get out of here.
maybe we'll get you a heat lamp.
You know what? I have enough liver and dark spots all over my body. I don't need more.
Well, you
Thank
should be. You should use what I've been using.
Oh, what are you using?
A woman in the gym told me to get this stuff called Skin Light. You can only find it at Walmart. It's from France, and they sell it. She found it in Walmart. Her nephew used to get it for her from France.
I come from France. Is
From
that what
France,
it is?
and I've been putting it on, and I'm waiting. It's only been a few days, so
What does
of
it
course
do?
it lightens the freckles and the liver spots and things like that.
Well, you better get a
So I've
gallon
been-
because from sitting in the sun, all your trips to Florida
Right.
and everything, you're gonna
You know-
see they're gonna pop out one by one when you least expect
I have
it.
to tell you, this weekend you have had some winner comments.
Don't bring it up.
Oh, I'm bringing it
Oh,
up.
Come on.
Because
I'm
I
leaving.
feel
Goodbye,
like-
everybody.
Uh-oh, she's
I'm,
out.
I'm gone.
I
out.
feel like this is why
I'm out.
And there's the
I
two
get
of us.
afraid when I'm in large bodies of water because
Mom, you're messing up the
I
telling
know.
of it.
Large body. What does
Sit
that
down.
have to do with
Sit down
anything?
now.
Because she didn't explain first.
you gotta just take your lick. So we were having
Oh
a
my God.
lovely Memorial Day,
What is
And
with
we
these
must have been
cameras?
joking around or whatever, and I
Why
made
do you
a
have
made
to
a
say
joke at
that?
Judy's expense, which is what I do, and she said, very seriously,
Oh, God.
I should have killed you when I had the chance.
Which was never.
I don't
You
know.
probably had a couple opportunities.
Was there ever a time where you were bathing me and you were like, it could all be over? And maybe you stuck my head under the water and thought better of it after I kicked around a
I don't
little
wanna-
bit?
I don't want to think about things like that. Please stop.
Oh, I think she did it.
This is not good.
Now this is going to be incriminating evidence in court one day.
In court one day.
Yeah.
That's all right.
No, we had a lovely Memorial Day. There were just a couple of glitches. That was one.
What was the other one?
Yeah, what was the other?
Oh, the other one is that you bought donuts from, what was it, Lidl?
They're
Lido.
good.
No,
They were good.
they were not good. I didn't eat them. I looked at them, and they were being cut in half, and there was a jelly there.
Oh, that was a
And there was-
disappointment.
A whisper, I would say.
There was
of
no jelly
There was
in it.
I
maybe,
bought them where there has been jelly in them, but
Well,
and
I
that's
did.
the risk you take.
I did go to Stanley's, and I know they're usually closed on Mondays, but I thought maybe on Memorial Day, but they were not.
No.
So
that's why you should have. Well, whatever.
whatever. Lidl, Dunkin' Donuts, they
anyway.
all taste the same.
That isn't correct.
But that wasn't the glitch.
Well,
the
I
glitch
bought cookies
was my
that
tooth.
were very good.
Oh, yes.
My tooth.
Oh, did you
My
get it
sister
fixed?
and I are having major teeth issues, so I was eating a Tootsie Roll.
Which you shouldn't eat.
Probably not, but I've always eaten them. And all of a sudden I go, oh my God. And I feel there's nothing where my tooth used to be. So I pull this wad of Tootsie Roll out of my mouth. And I'm like, where's the tooth? And I'm feeling around in my mouth. It's not in my mouth. I had to dig it out of the chocolate and literally rinse it off. And I did throw the Tootsie Roll out, but I did think about popping it back in my
At
mouth.
that point, the damage is done. You should
Yeah,
have just
I would.
finished it.
Well, that's like me. I have the an implant back here, and I'm on a chewing on a Nips one day.
A nip.
You know, those little caramel things. And all of a sudden, it grabbed onto the enamel coating and pulled it right out.
All I'm hearing is
Hun-
that I'm doomed to be toothless one day. If this
Yes,
is my
Kirksey
genealogy.
corn cob.
Oh,
Well, you must make, periodic appointments and
But I-
stick to them.
yes.
I did walk into
When
the
was your
dentist.
last one?
It has been a minute because I am uninsured when it comes to the dentist.
Well,
Right
that's
now.
why you will have no teeth.
See?
And then this is a self-fulfilling prophecy.
I have a very good.
Well, I went into the dentist on Tuesday after the gym, and
Mom, we know you go to the gym. You don't have to keep doing this. Oh, a woman at the gym told me. We were on the ellipticals. Like you throw it in there a lot.
well,
I did
I'm
this
there.
after the gym. It's like,
Which, by the way, got another compliment about my form, and Nancy said, "I don't just say that to anybody. You really do have good form."
Mom, I don't know what it is with Nancy.
Nancy said she's going to come on the show.
She's acting like you're an Olympian.
Well, I mean, I have good form,
Maybe
and
she wants to be your coach.
form is half of the battle when you're
I
exercising.
agree. I absolutely agree.
But anyway, after the gym, I went to the dentist office, and I walk in, and they looked at me funny, like, "You don't have an appointment." And I just pulled the bag with my tooth out of my pocketbook and went, "Can you
just
pop
walked
this
in?
back in?"
You just walked in, and they took
Her and
you.
Aunt Amy just
See?
seem to
Should have killed me when you had the chance.
you and Aunt Amy seem to be able to just walk into the dentist whenever you so
I know.
choose.
Well, I don't know if this would apply to Amy. I'm guessing not. But whenever I go to a doctor or something, I'm always pleasant.
No, it's got nothing to do with it.
It
You
does.
an emergency.
People
I've already
like
gone in
me.
on an emergency. I've done it.
People
They keep
like
aside
me.
an appointment for such things. So it's got nothing to do with how nice you are and how much they like you.
They don't even have to ask my name. They know who I am. And it's not like I'm at the dentist every
They're
month.
like, is that Roseanne
Oh, that's right. I
Sorrentino
forgot.
from 1972's
82.
Annie?
Yes,
Oh,
that's,
right.
I forgot they are
Forgot, it's
treating.
80s.
By the way, you want to know how non-famous you are?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Well,
do.
you
I'll
like
bite.
this because then you can
I'll bite.
incorporate it
Yeah.
into.
Mhm.
I texted the Long Island Entertainment Hall of Fame music and about you being a local and
You
everything.
texted them?
I did.
You have their number?
It's a contact.
Okay.
Yeah, never heard from them again.
Probably because it was a contact to call them.
No, it was a
Oh.
text.
They're probably too
What
busy constructing a statue of you
Like this.
for the big yeah.
What
They're
did
checking
you
with Nancy?
What did
Yeah.
you say? Did you say like I'm her mother or
No, I did not even mention I'm your mother. I said that, you were born and raised on Long Island, that you were part of one of the most enduring movies
That's true.
ever made, that you know,
When did you
I
send
think we
this?
should call
a
them
couple
again.
of weeks, about 2 weeks ago.
Well, maybe send a follow up.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, with
It
a couple
can't
of
hurt.
photos.
a couple of photos.
Clips, a couple clips.
I have a video clip of me working out.
I don't know how to do that. You'd
I'm
have to
sure you
help me
do.
I do.
send
Why
it.
don't you tell everyone what you got?
Oh, we got this very cool thing. Me and my friends who I walk with, we take these walks like 3-4 times a week. And we weren't really feeling, well, a couple of them walk a little slow, but we weren't really feeling like we
You
were
do
getting,
walk very fast for a person
lot,
your
you
stature.
yeah.
You forget about me, that I'm elderly, and you walk way ahead of me.
but we were like, we're really not getting a lot out of it. So we saw this woman on one of our walks and she had on a weighted vest.
Oh,
So we
nice.
bought these weighted vests, and we looked like a bunch of like tactical teams walking around the neighborhood with this.
SWAT.
It looked like
Right.
a bulletproof vest. It did. It goes over your shoulders,
Well, it might come in
buckles
handy.
you
you
in.
never
It's
know.
got a place for your phone. Let me tell you something. I felt like my feet were being squished into the ground as we walked. It was, and,
How
and
heavy did you?
well, I only
keep
had
it?
10 pounds in to start. It has 20 pounds, but I burned almost 200 calories in one walk. Never burned that many in a walk.
I mean, yeah, that's like the
It
likes
was-
of something Nancy's never seen.
I know. And it's great. It was really great. Although it does live in my car, and I feel a little drag in the tail of my car now because it's so heavy.
Oh my God.
How many horsepower?
But I'm leaving it in the car because I'm not dragging it up the stairs
That is
every
Yeah.
time. Yeah, you know, just
Why
leave it
do
in the
that?
car.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm gonna.
Mhm.
But I thought about,
It's like
oh,
Otto leaves his golf clubs in the car.
yeah, you know,
Why should he drag them in and out?
it's
all the
true.
time?
Although I can replace my weighted vest for a lot cheaper than he can replace his golf clubs if the car gets stolen.
True. Yeah.
No,
Whose golf
price
clubs
is
was
nice.
stolen famously? I can't remember.
But Tiger Woods?
No,
I
no,
don't
no, no. Someone we know.
Oh,
Someone we knew.
I don't know.
I
You
can't
think
remember.
about it.
Hmm.
But yeah, so and that was it. Now I'm back at work.
Yes.
I'm back at work
In a shock
Yeah.
to no one.
in an unbelievable
And they're very
turn.
happy to have you
They
back.
are happy to have
I
me
know
back.
they are.
And I'm happy to be back. And I've actually thought about wearing the weighted vest as I walk around the halls.
You should.
Maybe get some dark glasses, walk around like I'm.
And you could say to the kids, "Go ahead. You want to punch me? You want to hit me?
Go ahead, right
Go
here,
ahead."
right here. But that's yeah. So that's what's been happening.
Huh?
I've I
No
had to
more-
go shopping, so I have food to make lunches and stuff. No more free
I could have
time.
given you this. I have 2 of them.
You can still do that.
Anyway,
This is how late we were with traffic and rain. I had to run in,
Yeah,
and I
buy
was
a lip.
literally putting the lip on that you can't even really tell.
that's because you
No.
do not allow for things enough time.
No, I did.
I was going to say something
There was
when
a
you were going
lot
to
of-
pick up Miss Kerry. I was going to say something, but I said no. I'll only be told to shut up.
Well, only because Bridget didn't get there till the exact same time as us from work.
Don't
That's
make this
got
about
No, but I'm
me.
saying it wasn't like we weren't going to get there early and start without you.
Actually, I'll say it,
You
really. I think it's your
It
fault.
it actually is your fault.
Because
Whose
we were
fault?
we were sitting in the restaurant and we checked in. We're like 4 people, and they set the table for 4. And because our 4th never showed up,
What are you talking about? I wasn't coming.
Well, you said I'll meet you there.
I meant here.
Yeah, I thought you
Oh.
meant the rest because you
No.
said
yeah. So then they took a long time to come over to take our order.
yeah, because my phone call with her was, well, I just
Yeah.
ate. I'm not really hungry, but maybe I'll have some lo mein. So that's how I was left with that
Well,
whole.
I understand that, but when I headed you off deliberately to let you know what I was doing, you should have taken it from there.
I should have.
It was a classic miscommunication.
It really is. It's very
I was,
classic.
I was delivering food to my daughter Amy, who's
Yes.
a li-
who's not
by the
here
way,
tonight.
of course, nobody even mentioned the fact that she's under the weather.
We were getting
I
there.
know,
but,
she's under the
I
weather.
mean, I think you can see she's not here.
I understand that, but people might be like, "Where's Amy? Did she have a fight?
Maybe
Was
we had a
she-"
falling out.
Maybe you killed her when you had the chance.
Maybe, but I would never do that to Amy.
I would never do that to Amy. Just you bitch.
I love you. Stop it.
She's tormented.
This is going to be
I
great
am.
for the next, you know.
Probably. Did I ever tell? Were we here? How? When was I here last? Because I did have a visit from a spirit.
No,
Oh, I don't
no,
think
no,
you
no.
told us
You
about your
didn't.
Spiritual
Did I
We were
ever
not
say
here.
it? And
No.
you know what?
Visitation.
As creeped out as I was, I'm kind of looking for him again. I wouldn't mind if he showed up again
Why?
because I would like to say something and ask, "Why are you here?"
You
Why
son
don't
of
you
a
tell
bitch. I
everybody what
should have killed
happened?
you when
Well,
I
I
had
mean,
the chance.
I was asleep, and out of nowhere, I opened my eyes and saw this figure standing over me, making noise like that. And
He's here now.
he was, as Bridget loves to hear me say, he was bathed in a glow of a light
Yes.
and eyes, and he had white hair, white beard. I do
Was it
believe
Santa?
No.
He had
No.
a sack full of
But-
toys and a red suit.
He had a red shirt on. No, it was.
It was Santa.
No, it was my departed husband, and I don't know what business he had with me, but I'm sure it wasn't good.
Thank God
So,
you woke up.
Thank
yeah, and I
God.
screamed. I reacted. I've never let out a scream like that, and I sat up, and I'm like, that was weird.
And
But I went right back to sleep, so I wasn't really afraid.
and then she said to me the next day, I'm surprised. My neighbors probably thought I was getting killed. And I went,
nobody-
well, it's a good thing nobody did anything about
No,
it.
what I've learned
Nobody
about
did
the
anything
55 and
about
over
it.
is
Nobody
if
cares
there
about
is a
me.
loud disturbance, nobody comes to your rescue.
Well, because they all take their hearing aids out at night and
Yeah,
can't
no.
hear.
It's very.
Speaking of husbands, I told my ex-husband I would give him a shout out. So shout out to you, Paul, if you're
You
watching.
have a lot of husbands. Why is it everyone in here has so many husbands?
No, your mother and I just had two.
All right, that's plenty.
We're not good at it.
Well,
We're
I
not good at it.
well,
we
I
needed
had
practice.
not an encounter, but
What?
that we weren't here last week to talk about, and that is
Mm-hmm.
that Lola is canceled. She is no longer allowed to come over because she was bad. So she was over my house because I was watching her for the umpteenth time against my will, even though I love her. And we had been out all day, and I was like, you know what? Why don't we take the dog for a walk? She's been alone all day. She can get some energy out. So we're taking her for a walk, and now her harness has gotten a little big on her because she has lost some weight at the 55 and over because she goes for a lot of walks now. So it's a little loose. So we're walking through the neighborhood. I run into one of my friends and her husband, Ariel and Robbie. And, oh, Grace Byers calling me. So Lola seemingly got spooked by Robbie's existence, and she starts jumping and twisting like she was like a fish on a line, and she got out of the harness.
You're so descriptive. I love your descriptions.
Thank you. Because
Very
now you can really
accurate.
picture what she was like, and I'm looking at her I'm like, you're being ridiculous. Forgetting that her harness is too big now. So she got out of it, so now I'm just holding the leash, and the harness is dead on the floor, and she takes off running in the opposite direction at full speed. So I was like, oh my God.
My God.
I dropped the leash, and now I'm sprinting past, after her. I'm running really fast, honestly, and I was gaining on her, and I was so close. But the problem is, I can't sprint and also lean down and pick her up. So I'm yelling at her. So I get close to her, and she makes a hard right. She veers off. I'm like, oh shit. So I make a right with her. And now I'm running. And now, because she has 4 legs, I have 2. She has a lot more stamina than I do. So now the distance is gaining. I'm yelling at her. I'm like, hey, stop! I'm screaming at her. She doesn't speak English. So
She's Mexican.
she's running so far. I'm like, she's gone. There was a point in the run where I had reached a certain acceptance that I was
let it
never
go.
going to see her again. I was like, you know what? Whatever happens, happens. I am out of breath.
Did she disappear?
No, I always had her in my eye shot. We ran for a long time, or what felt like a really long time. And so I'm running, I'm screaming at her, and she finally turns back, and we make eye contact. I'm like, hey, stop! And she sits down in the middle of the street and then rolls onto her back.
Of course.
And I had to run, and I picked her up, and then I was out of breath for the next 12 minutes.
And then you were sore
And
the next
I
day.
was. But you know what the problem was? So Ariel and Carrie went back to get the car because I'm the only game in town for running. Ariel is 6 months pregnant. Carrie had stubbed her toe severely in the morning and her toe hurt.
Sure.
And Robbie was the problem here.
Well,
So-
Robbie's a firefighter. he should have been
came
able.
sauntering down the block after me walking. So he was no help.
Yeah,
I
he
was
should be the
hoping somebody would
rescuee.
relay, like tap me out, or that the two of them would come with the car, and then they finally turned the corner with the car. So Lola is now banned from walks until she gets
Well,
a appropriately
Just leave
fitting
her,
harness.
leave her in your yard. That's where she.
Well, until she gets a
It
harness, now she's
sells.
ruined the whole walk thing.
Well, I will
because-
be buying a new harness tomorrow.
Well, see, that's my problem. I get scared with her because forget about it. If she took off on me, it's all over.
Well, I did. I was carrying her, and I walked back, and Ariel rolls down her window. She goes, "You're fast." I was like, "Yeah, I haven't run like that since winter track in high school."
My God. Yeah, that little dog will keep you. A similar thing happened when I moved into the house that we used to live in. And I told them when they put the fence in to make sure it was low to the ground, the gate part, so that she couldn't get under it. And they didn't listen to me.
Right.
And I'm going out one day, so I'm dressed. I'm in jeans. I have on heels. And she goes under the gate, and I'm running down the street, calling her name. She's not stopping. She's looking back.
Yeah,
She
she's
makes
not stopping. She doesn't
Yeah.
stop. She was
But
really running.
instead of a
Front paws,
Oh, yeah.
back paws,
Yeah,
front
yeah.
paws, back paws.
Galloping.
It was like
like, I'm free.
she was like fucking secretariat
She
on
was.
the streets of East
Well,
Islip. Seriously.
She needs a good
But instead of
run.
making a hard right, she made a hard left, luckily, into a driveway that was barricaded by a gate. So then I got her.
Wow.
And I was holding her, walking back to the house, going, "You're bad! You're bad!" I was so mad at
I
her.
bet you if you felt like I should have killed you.
Should have killed you when I had the chance.
Yeah, no, I
See,
was.
yeah,
I
that's
probably
what
looked
happened.
insane, like screaming at her.
Well-
And nobody came to
Well,
my
that's
aid.
just
Yeah.
a natural reaction.
You know,
Yeah.
but people see you chasing a
That's
dog. It would have been.
like
Did
one
anybody?
night-
Did any car
remember the
pass?
night we were at your
No.
house? We were at your house, and all of a sudden, Amy was there, the kids were there, the dogs were there, and all of a sudden, it's like, "Where's Oliver? Oh my God!" What happened to Oliver? Remember, we were all running outside,
He was like-
calling Oliver.
he was
Where
up on a
is
bed.
He? Where is he? He was upstairs.
Sleeping in
the
a bed. He was like, "What's all
Oh, by the way,
hubbub?"
Oliver is a dog.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah.
So,
He came down like, "Hello, I'm right here."
yeah, what are
Yeah.
you yelling
No,
about?
so
Yeah, they'll keep you. The animals will keep you on your
Mhm.
toes.
Yes, they
I
will.
certainly got a workout that day.
Yeah.
Now, Nancy should have been around to see that.
Mm,
I had some good.
yes.
form.
Yes, well, I'm
My
sure you
running.
did. You have very long legs
Well, you
too,
did have
which is
witnesses.
helpful. I did.
yeah.
Would you say my running form is good?
10 out of 10.
Thank you.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. It's pretty good.
Wow, that is good.
The rating- I used to be a sprinter back in high school. Used to do the 55-meter dash and the 300, i.e. the shortest races that you could do.
And what was your best time?
On the 55, I was hovering around 9 seconds,
Wow.
I think.
I'm a little behind on here, but
50. Yeah, well, it is. There's a little bit
Although
of a delay.
I wasn't very good at the 300, and I was in a very high heat. So by the end, just to get it over with, they've shove a couple of us in one lane, which is small. And then the gun went off, and me and the other girl got our feet tangled, and I fell.
oh, was that the one I
Yes,
witnessed?
we were all
Yeah,
there.
and then I
Oh, yeah.
lost the race.
Right.
And then my coach was like, "What happened?" I said, "Didn't you see me fall?" And he goes, "No, like that's crazy." And then I never ran that again, and I switched to the 4x2 relay.
That's like a Sue Heck story.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. So it was, yeah, that's, so you're running, that's good. Maybe you should start training and run a marathon.
If I learned anything from that experience is that I do not like how I feel when I'm out of breath.
Well, when you're running a marathon, you
Yeah,
don't
it's
run
kind of,
quite that fast.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yes,
not good.
it's unsettling.
But you learn how to regulate your breath, and it's really. You know,
I think
I
running.
ran. I ran a marathon.
Right.
I think
Oh,
running
almost.
has to be the most boring thing in
So
the
boring.
world.
It's
I
a little
see people
boring.
running, you know. And I'm
They're
like,
just running around
It's a
town.
good time to think,
I don't-
or if you're listening
I can
to like
sit on the couch
a
and think.
podcast or whatever, it's like, no, but you go into like a whole
Yeah.
other level of thought, and you just start thinking about everything. Or if you're listening to a podcast, you get really wrapped up in it, makes the time go
But
fast.
that's the thing. I'm like bored with my thoughts.
Maybe you need more hobbies.
No, I don't. I have hobbies. I have.
You have your hobby.
I
Well,
have
your
things.
one hobby is done now for a little while, right?
Well, that's not a
Oh yeah.
hobby.
How was your bowling dinner?
Oh, it was good. I got a couple of $100 out of it.
What place did you guys
Oh,
end up in?
please, don't even. Well, it's a long story, but we dropped from the first half of the year
Oof.
to sixth.
Oh no.
6.
Well, we tied for sixth, first of all, and secondly, you know, when you're a good bowler, you have to give everybody else pins, and they're such shitty bowlers that's what we had to do.
Maybe
and,
you should throw the first couple weeks of the season so that you
mean
start
like
getting
sandbag?
some pins.
No, but the problem was my teammates were not there for a lot of the time.
So you were carrying the
not
team.
carrying. The one was out, and it was just two. It was always two, you know, and that makes a big difference.
If
It
you
really
need a
does.
fill-in,
Yeah,
I'm a
what?
ringer.
Yeah, when are you free?
Yeah, you're not free on Wednesday mornings. Now,
Maybe you
if
should be.
if you want somebody to boost your average who's
It's
terrible,
cold.
that would be me.
Okay, well.
I am the gutter ball queen.
Wonderful. Yeah, you'll have an average of maybe 80 if we're lucky.
Oh, if I got that
What
high, I would be
sports were you
impressed.
good at?
She was very athletic.
I did run track.
Oh, so I'm getting all this heat, and you ran track.
I did. I was a cheerleader.
I was a cheerleader, a late coming cheerleader.
I didn't become a cheerleader until my senior year because I was very involved in the theater.
Well, of course.
And then that was really, those are the only sports that I ever really
So yeah,
did.
that's the thing. There's not a lot of sports that you played that required a lot of hand-eye coordination.
No, because we all know I'm marginal at best when it comes to pickleball.
Right.
But I don't also
I
practice.
think you would have excelled, but you're older now.
Well, that's generally an older person's game, but
Pickleball?
There are a lot of old people at pickleball.
that's who started it.
I'd probably die right there.
But
No, you would not.
You
Oh,
wouldn't
I
die.
think I would.
But I do want to.
Although I did
play again
make
this
it through
summer.
All right.
through the Rome airport
You
in
did, and that
record
was
time.
when we
That
were
was a sprint.
we
That was-
were huffing it.
Yes, it's a wonder I didn't collapse then. I should have.
Yep.
I should have sued them. Anyway,
Anyway, yes.
what else? Are we
Suing
taking a
everybody
break?
because- So yes, we are going to be taking. We have a lot of stuff coming up this summer with
Yes,
weddings and graduations and
Yes.
all just
Trip.
trips and family coming in and all sorts of stuff. So Judy's going to be 80 this year.
She is.
That is look at her. She's gorgeous. You
Yes,
would never
oh,
think
yes.
she was 80.
Beautiful.
Can we
People
get
say
a
that a lot.
close up on Judy?
No.
She looks absolutely. Look at her.
Look at her.
Hate you.
Look at you.
Here
You're
she is.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Mom.
Everybody sees her. Nobody thinks that you look 80 at all.
No, not at all.
Well, I am.
So we're going to be celebrating her. And so we're going to take the summer off, and we're going to retool,
Brief hiatus.
and we're going to figure it all out.
With
They
some
say-
new stuff.
Yes. Absence makes the heart grow fonder,
It
so you
does.
will miss us
But
for
absence also
short
makes the
while.
heart wander.
right. So if you should find another podcast that is as chaotic as this one,
Right.
Then by all means have at it, because
Right.
we won't be back yet.
good
but
luck. This
when
is
we
a
come
very,
back,
very
You'll miss us.
specific sort
You
of
will
thing
miss
that you
us.
are interested in.
yeah. But don't worry, you're gonna know. It's not just gonna be like we pop up one day and you're like, I didn't know you were coming back. You're gonna know we're
We'll
coming
be
back.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was good. Should we take our last break since
Yeah, let's take
let's take a little break.
break.
Let's hear from Life Fact because we
not?
love them. And we will be right back after this message.
I'm sorry to bother you, but I have 30 seconds to give you a very important message. My name is Arthur Lee. I'm the CEO and inventor of LifeVac, a simple choking rescue device that could save a life in a choking emergency. We've saved over 3,000 lives now, but we're not there. 5,000 people a year choke to death, one child every 5 days. Please consider protecting your family in a choking emergency with LifeVac. Go to lifevac.net today. Thank you for your time.
And we're back.
That we are.
We are back.
That was quick.
That was a very quick
yeah,
break.
really.
Barely had time to refill my
I
Prosecco.
know, and when I'm home and I watch a program, thank God for DVRs. Click,
Program.
click, click.
So Judy, now that bowling is over for the season,
Yes.
what are you going to be doing on Wednesdays?
Why?
I'm just asking.
Oh, sleeping late and probably meeting friends for lunch and just stuff.
Okay.
Whatever comes up. I mean, I keep busy. I do.
That's good.
do.
That's
I
good.
do. I know. That's,
do keep busy.
She
well,
does.
that's why, that's why I'm retired.
You're gonna miss me though when I'm not coming around for my little walks now that
I
I'm
do
back
miss
at work.
you. I'm not yesterday, but today I'm like, oh, nobody's around. What am I going to do?
Because usually I'll take Lola after I get home from the gym,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll take Lola for a walk, and she likes to do her long walk because she likes to poop in front of people on the corner of the street. And then we stop in and we see Grandma, who gives her a cookie.
Oh, Grandma. Well, I thought about going over and hanging out at your place today because my place was being cleaned. And I don't like to be there when Marta cleans because I feel like I'm in the way.
I thought she was coming tomorrow.
No, she changed it to today. And yeah, the first time I'm not bowling on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
When she comes. But anyway, I thought about going and hanging out at your place, but then I said, but then I have to take Lola out, and that might not be good. And now hearing about how she
Thank
escaped.
God you didn't.
They're going to come up with any excuse.
It's not an excuse. Listen, you know, I'm not used to walking a dog. And she, you know, she's the alpha dog. I follow her.
That is true. She's got her.
That's-
She's got her route.
Yeah.
She
so-
definitely has her route,
And it's a long one.
it
And
can
was-
be. It can
was
be.
sprinkling out. I didn't feel like walking in the rain.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm not looking forward to with the next 5 days of rain. It's traipsing through the wet grass and in the morning, and it's not fun.
When you work, what time do you have to get up to walk her?
5:45.
Don't you hate working?
I actually don't, and I
Well.
think people are like, "Why are you doing this?" Why? Because I'm doing it on my terms.
Yeah, well,
Right?
yeah, sure.
I'm going when I want to go. When I said, oh, "Okay, yeah, I could do this for you," yeah, no problem. If I didn't want to, I would have said no.
I'd
Oh.
like to only go to work when I want to go.
That's the beauty of
Be
retirement.
nice.
Yes, well, you'll
Beauty
find
of
out.
retirement. So it's
Yep.
it's all good. So, Mr. LaRocchia, did you hear our announcement? Come on in, Mr. LaRocchia. We're taking the summer
What,
off.
did you
Right.
go on a diet or something? You look
Oh
like
my!
a.
See, that's how you welcome me.
But
You said, "Oh, I miss
you look
pickleball,"
you
and
look
you.
like-
I said I missed playing pickleball with you.
Get over here. Get over here.
Here he
I
is. Look
love
how
being
slender.
on this show.
He's so slender.
Oh,
You
that's what my
really-
doctor said today, by the way. I walked
Really?
into my GP and he goes, "Oh my God, you're looking great." I go, "Yeah, look at my triglyceride numbers."
Oh,
Then he
well.
went, "Oh yeah,
Well, the outside looks great, and you know
Right,
it is
thank
better to look good than to feel good. You
yes,
know
it's better
that.
to look good
So,
in the casket." Thank you.
Yes,
Well, you know.
they fix you
Very
up.
great.
Don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
No,
I
it's
love,
because-
I love
on
this. I love you ladies.
It's because we've been playing pickleball pretty hard because we're getting good. And
People are fearing us now.
yes.
Oh,
pretty-
Aren't
that's
you
nice.
too
When I
young
say when I say
pickleball?
us,
No, me. Yeah, I
Yeah.
get. I have an
Apparently,
intensity
she's a
on the court.
beast.
she needs. You need like a little, maybe anger
an
management. I
out-
think
no.
pickleball anger management.
No, I don't think so. Only against the teams that I hate.
Yeah.
I like playing against some of them, but some of them
They
upset.
get your juices
They just
flowing,
get me
so
going.
to speak.
Yeah. So yeah,
Well, I
play a
can
little, I'm a
understand
little
that.
competitive at times.
I like that
I'm never a
about
sore
you.
loser
I like
though.
no, you're never a sore loser.
Yeah.
Never a sore loser. She always apologizes after I got a little upset.
No.
That's her guilt.
She's
I
a
love
sore.
playing with her. I
She's
love
a
playing.
sore winner, though.
No, I'm not.
She always makes fun of me.
Oh,
Well, you never
that's
played
different.
pickleball.
that's what you're there for.
You never played pickleball.
I was
we
on the
have-
league on Monday night.
As I repeat, you never played pickleball.
And the upcoming season of pickleball.
Ooh, got an announcement? Oh, and I didn't hear your announcement.
We are
Oh,
taking.
yeah, we're taking a hiatus.
Oh, you
Hiatus.
taking a hiatus?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Yes. So the pickleball announcement is that Christina Marie
Christina Marie LaRocchia,
is going to be playing
partnering up with
Kerry Harkins
Kerry Harkins.
for this coming summer season of pickleball.
Ooh.
Their team name is No Pickles Please because get it? They're both lesbians. I came up with
I
that.
didn't get it.
Isn't that
No.
I came up with that.
love that.
But well, Christina will
I thought it
disagree
was
with
unique.
that. I don't know what she calls herself. I don't
That's
get involved,
great.
but
That's
that is-
great.
Still, I thought it was clever.
Well, for right now,
I can't
it's no
Yeah,
pickles,
that is
please. I like
cute.
that.
It's more than
So-
clever. It's genius.
It's
Thank
genius.
you.
Did you think of it?
I did, yes.
That's why it's
I
genius.
had
She's
to.
very good at
I'm
coming
good
up with names.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Yes,
Yeah.
please do.
Did you have like nothing else to do that you put me on the show right now? Are you trying to fill
Pretty
it air, or
much.
did you really want me to come on?
No, I mean,
No.
we always love when you're on,
Yeah,
but
we
yeah,
want
we
Get
to
were,
lost?
we were pretty much ready
Oh my
to
God!
talk
I
about.
do look handsome on it. Look at that.
Good, you look good.
Isn't it good?
Don't turn to my nose. Watch my nose. Watch the nose.
No,
No,
no.
oh, no. You have a very
Yes. it's
Nice.
Classic Roman.
classic
No,
nose,
it's not Roman.
not Roman all over your face. It's a strong nose. It's like the David
You were
God.
starting with a D, and I'm like, where is she going with this?
David
The
is
David.
Now
a
we're inflating
Roman
his ego.
nose.
The David had the perfect straight Roman nose.
Oh my
Beautiful
goodness.
nose.
You should see him on the pickleball field because he recently got
Goggles.
prescription goggles.
Prescription goggles.
Oh, so
And
you could see the
Because
ball.
I always
Right.
wanted to listen. You can't be stupid, and you should wear something too. Because look at that beautiful face, whatever. You get hit in the eye and you go blind. Let's say you get hit in one eye and you go blind, right?
Right.
Yeah.
You're still playing.
Right.
First of all, if you're blind in
I'll
one
still
eye.
play.
But I wanted to wear them because people hit the ball hard when you're up close sometimes. And I hit that one guy in the Krakatoa that one week. Remember? Oh man, it was right. So now I wear double underwear. I didn't tell you this.
Really?
Yeah, to hold the boys in.
Is that,
Double undies.
you should
you
just
have
wear
a
a
cup?
cup.
No, I can't find a cup that's
Just
that
get
small.
like a solo cup.
You know, they don't sell cups that small, so I kept
They do.
underwear.
They're called Dixie.
Use
But
a
look,
shot
you know
glass.
the pasta shells? I
Yeah.
use one of those, the large pot, the big pasta shells.
Yeah, right.
A rigatoni.
I put that on there, and I'm ready to go.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
but that's goggles because
the
I lost the
goggles-
ball once and I got nervous.
He lost the ball one time. He's like, I gotta go to the doctor. And
Yep.
he went to the doctor. And the next week, he showed up in the goggles. And the best part about the goggles
Uh-oh.
is that he used the label maker, and it says John LaRocchia on the side
I'm senior citizen.
in a label, lest someone find them and not know immediately whose they are.
Because I'm the only one that wears goggles.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait,
just gonna
does he
ask.
have goggle rings after the game around
No, he
his
doesn't.
eyes?
He doesn't.
Oh, okay.
I
Do you have like a
I
dent
have
in
He
your
has a
hair
vision.
from the?
So now it's the goggles, it's the knee brace.
the knee brace.
Yes.
I wear the knee brace.
You don't
first.
have a wrist protector yet?
I don't
Not
have a
yet.
wrist protector. I wear like a little neck thing, and I wear something around my left ankle.
Oh my God.
He's very
Just
decked out.
And here's what happens when the ball goes over my head. You want to see how fast I run to get it? Here's what I do. Bridget, it's yours.
Yeah. And then it's
Bridget,
too
it's
late.
yours. And I stay up front so I don't get hurt.
Right.
He loves to yell when you're playing
I
pickleball.
do.
You gotta get that.
Right.
All right, you were running literally. You were flinging your body across the court to hit it, and
I
then
know.
he missed it. He goes, "You gotta get that." I was
No,
like, "You were in front of me."
he'll hit something in front of me,
Yes.
miss it, and he go, "Was that yours?"
Well, now you see,
Yes.
I'm allowed to go over on your side of the court.
You
I
can.
watched the video and everything. I got to
Okay.
show you because she gets so mad at me when I go over her side. But I'm allowed
No,
to.
okay. Here's the thing.
Because
You-
it's my
You're a
forehand.
stickler for the rules. You,
You
do
guys
know the rules.
really need to fill
We lost
time
the
here.
game. We lost the game
Yes.
last week against these two guys.
Ooh.
They are currently my nemesis. of this
Nemesis,
season.
number one nemesis.
Number
But
one nemesis,
what
hate
else
them.
is he potentially? So you got to watch out.
What?
Potential after saves life sponsor. I told you.
Oh, yeah, that's annoying.
So you have to
no,
hold
not
it.
he's my other nemesis.
Oh,
Two
not that-
nemesis.
all right.
It's him and then these other two guys. And we
other
lost the
people.
game. And John went up to them after and he goes, you both have illegal serves.
No,
And
see
you
now
talk to
this is a
them
wrong
about
thing to do
their
because it
serve.
sounds like a sore loser.
It does. The
I said
timing was bad.
if I beat them, I'm going to tell them they had an illegal serve.
Right.
But you were getting upset too. My
I was upset.
partner,
Wait, so how were they serving that was illegal?
the paddle. I don't want to bore people. The paddle cannot be. It has to be
Too late.
below your wrist. Can't be above your wrist.
Right,
So they're
like
serving
this,
sideways.
yeah.
So the ball is going zingo.
Yeah.
It's almost
Oh.
impossible. Zingo like that.
And he wasn't
Like what?
adjusting, by the way. I adjusted at a time. I was like, let me stand a little forward, then I'm going to be able to get the ball. And he goes, you didn't think to tell me that? I thought the
Yes,
goggles would have done.
No, the goggles of protection. I don't move that much. You know, the goggles are in place. I just got to do this, and everything else is Bridget.
Right. I do a
That-
lot of cardio during.
Yes, it would appear. It would appear. Well, he
Well,
had to do a lot of cardio when he played
Kerry,
with me.
Kerry, who could have been upset that I wanted to keep Bridget, because you could have played with Bridget. Thank you so much for allowing me to keep my partner.
Not
Right.
because our levels are low.
No, you are lucky because she would be if you lost, and it was because you weren't as good as her.
No.
Oh,
She
it
gets
would have
feisty.
been.
She
No,
gets
I'm very
feisty.
kind to carry on.
But
the
that's
court.
that's not. It's not good for a relationship.
No, it would have broken us probably.
Probably.
So it's for the best.
My daughter, like she's feisty too. So
All right. Well,
So
that's
no-
if Kerry, and if you and my daughter were together, there would be a brawl.
We would fight something.
There would be a brawl.
I'm gonna be the John in this.
Yeah. You have to be the peace. There has to
Yes.
be one that's the peacemaker.
You have to be Christina. It's only a game.
Right.
Christina.
I know it's only a game. I get a little amped up sometimes.
I love when you get amped up, though. I
Yeah.
really do. She yells at me, and
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have to come watch pickleball just to see that happen. I missed
Yes.
that.
And I was told by one team now that I yell too much when I play next to them.
Oh.
Like I disrupt her game. Because you know
Really?
me, I'm always, ah! Whoa!
Yeah.
Yeah, that could
You
be
know?
disruptive.
Oh, please.
Who said that?
You know, the husband and wife team. I think they're
yeah.
white, blonde lady. Very good team.
Good.
We've beat them once or twice. though.
Lucky 44.
Well,
People are fearing us now in the league.
I like that.
Scared.
You know, we're moving. We're 9th place out of 19.
Good.
I like that.
Pretty
I
good.
like that.
All right, thanks for having me on. I got
Well, thanks
set
for
up.
being on.
coming.
Go ahead. Go get
I
set
love
up.
you guys. All right,
Yeah, go
thanks.
get your
Let's hear it
show
for
ready.
John LaRocca,
John
everybody.
LaRocca.
Pickleball connoisseur.
Look
He's
at
half
that
the man
wave.
he used to be. And he can see now. And he can see.
You know, he has my phone number, and yet weekly he emails me the standings of pickleball. That's how he chooses to communicate with me.
When I get a communication from John, I have to check all messaging platforms. Because sometimes he'll message me on Messenger. Sometimes he'll email me on one email. Sometimes on the other email. Sometimes he'll text me. It's not consistent.
No.
And I feel like if you have somebody's cell phone number, that should be your go-to.
The main.
You go there first. You don't do
You don't
all of the other
text,
modes
no.
because I might not always check Messenger.
But you might not always answer your phone.
I'm going to prove to you there are no records that you called me on my phone.
When it was
On my phone. I'm
when's
not
the
the
time in
But I
question?
got
just before like a
Oh,
couple of hours ago.
I can't come to the phone right now.
Yeah. Now, see, yeah, you called me there. I see that. You did,
Yeah, I
but
called you there.
I didn't,
He called me too.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So, anyway, we probably can start the little. You have a gem by any chance?
No. I had probably 2 weeks ago, but I forgot it.
You forgot
she
it.
forgot her gem.
She writes it down.
Yeah.
So, do you
I
have
had
anything coming up,
something.
there, Bridget?
Do I have anything coming up?
I do not.
I right now June 21st, but it's in East Hampton.
It's far.
That's tough.
I was
Yeah, I
going to
gotta
say,
get
wait a
on.
minute. What's June 21st? I
Yeah,
have
you know, I
something,
have
but-
so many events coming up that
Me too.
yeah.
Oh,
I
could
need
we
to
just
get booked
talk
during the
about-
week.
What your summer is looking like?
Okay, the next time, if anybody wants to hang out with me, I am free late July, early August at this rate. I have in June 3 weddings to attend, one being my sister's, where I'm the maid of honor, and I have some graduation parties. In July, I'm going to Portugal for another wedding.
When?
July 7th to the 12th, or 6th to the 12th.
July 6th to the 12th.
Well, yes, and I'm
You're
doing
going
this,
to England.
I'm doing this.
I'll be here for my.
I'm doing it in celebration of your 80th, actually.
Why does everyone choose to leave for
Well,
vacation?
the
on
wedding
my-
the wedding is on the 11th, so I had no choice.
And I gave you and Amy permission to leave me on my.
You were all in Italy on my birthday.
Fair's fair.
And we were all in Italy on my birthday, and nobody said happy birthday.
Oh my
Not
Here
one
we
person.
go
Not
again.
one.
Go.
I should have been there.
You
All right,
should've
well,
been.
I will block it off now,
Not
and I
even
will
Grace.
be here for your 90th, for sure. Not
I
going
will
anywhere.
be
Whether
too,
you
in a
will be
drawer.
or
I'll
not
probably be in the drawer.
remains to be seen.
That's
Yes.
where I'll
You
be.
in the drawer.
Just bring me flowers. It's
Wow.
not funny. I could be dead in a couple
Oh
of years.
my God, please.
Way to end on a high note.
Happened.
Way to
No,
end on a high note.
I did not deliberately choose
We'll
this,
take you out for your
and
birthday
I can't believe my family on my most important birthday will be leaving
I
me.
know.
Maybe you should
know
start
what?
to choose your words more carefully
I
when you
think I'll
talk to
cancel.
people.
When what?
Maybe you should choose your words more carefully about the things you say to people.
Oh, is that why they were all leaving?
I kill you when I have the chance.
She's
know.
not over it.
I'm not over
Well, I guess I'm not going to Portugal anymore. So that's canceled.
Can I go with you? And
You can go.
Well, I could, but I'm
She-
leaving the.
She's gonna be in
Day
England.
after you.
She acts
I
like
know.
she never goes anywhere.
I didn't say that. It's just on my birthday. You would think some people would.
That's
stick
why we're
around.
celebrating it earlier.
Yeah, well.
That is true.
Just
I will be around for that. I
Sweep it
I
under the
deliberately
carpet.
made sure that my flight was after your birthday celebration.
Okay.
Welcome.
That was very nice of you to do.
So yes, late July is the next time I am available to hang
all
out.
right. Well, that is good.
Well,
so,
I don't know if I'll be available for any of you, so
Oh.
I don't know. I'll have to
Okay.
see.
all right. Well,
Well, my 30th is coming up, so if you would like to book a trip,
I might be in California.
See?
That's not me.
that's me. But I don't know
Wow.
who's- It's not coming up on my phone, so that's a weird.
Mystery call.
Give me my bag. Let's
Now,
see
what
who's
would
calling
you
me.
do if it was the ghost of Richie
Oh my God.
as a visitation?
Oh. He should
Paul.
know better.
I think he wants to
Maybe
wish
he
you
wants to
something.
say
Wish you
something.
well.
Wishing us well, Paul. Well,
So
you're going to California
Well, I would like to.
on this my 30th birthday.
No, it's too hot there on your 30th birthday when I want to go. I'll wait till October.
well,
Well,
folks, I know.
this was a good way for us to go out on hiatus.
Yeah.
Just the family being torn
Hating
apart
each other.
as normal.
And I know that you guys are going to miss our petty arguments and
Lack of focus.
lack of focus. We're like
Maybe
a
I
cat
should
with a
have had
ball of
a
yarn.
party on my birthday. That would have kept everybody around.
All right. So, we'll see you after the summer, folks.
Yeah.
See
Everyone have a great
you
summer.
Have a great summer.
We will be back. This,
in
we're not getting rid of us that quick.
September.
Yeah, we'll be back one way or another. And now I want you to stay tuned for Laughter Saves Lives
When
Live
the leaves
with
fall.
John LaRocchia.
Don't put your hand over my mouth.
We out.